Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Jackson on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up second.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Kevin King there defensively.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
And 4 at the 50-yard line.
And now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 50 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Ravens 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers, and his throw here's incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off, or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Sergio Tavecchio on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
The kick by Tavecchio is good, but hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Burn with it, but whatever it has to be.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. 40-yard line. Enough for the first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued. Be a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Marquise Brown, 50 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 31. Check 31.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 44, Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
No gain on
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Kill. He's coming. We got double up.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
on the carry.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 37 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 60 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's got the hook up to Lazard. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Who we got? 40's Mike. 40.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
At the Ravens' 35-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for number 89, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Here we go. Inside. Mike 22 is coming. 22's coming. Mike.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete. Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Jones. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Rodgers back.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
He's checking. Crash.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
We own it. Back 22, back 22. Here we go.
From the gun, Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Jones.
I need to get my swag
Jones
right
hit, and the ball's out. And the Ravens have got it. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Oh, what a move. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the ball out of the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Carl Nassib, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3rd and long.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson from the shotgun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At the 33-yard line.
Again, this to Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
The tackle.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Rodgers now on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Ferguson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey, alert 3. Right now, you got 58.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. A win would be their first of the young season. Jackson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. They try to take a shot there on second down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with a time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Andrews. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Able to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's
makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards. 3. Throwing now is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
That's into the hands of Prochet.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Jackson steps away to his left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Miles Boykin. Incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. From the gun, Jackson. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Back to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
One of my favorite expressions is that fortune favors the bold. This seems foolhardy, though.
Oh, it seems very foolhardy. All you had to do was kick the PAT, extend the game.
Yeah, that didn't make a whole lot of sense there, did it? I mean, I just don't get that at all because the risk-reward, it just wasn't there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Packers, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
It's the winning teams.